Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two very good defenses on the field today. Both rank in the top 10 in fewest yards allowed, and each wants to prove that it's no fluke. The Steelers are top 10 in defensive yards allowed, and they're going up against a Giants offense that will have a lot to deal with. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback. They go play action here on first down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Well, that run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Yeah, I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Surveying the field. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Fielded at about the 28. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Marty. Back 99, Philly. Here we go. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Here we go now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. 3rd down and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field. And that brings up 4th.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On play action, they'll throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 7, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it. Now, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Shaq Lawson is one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and steal some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's a...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And New York set to take the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get low rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And it is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. Right side catch, Gilmore. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Six yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Finding time. Letting one go deep for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. And ready for 3rd and 6. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Out of the gun now on third down. He's got time. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And it's a fumble. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And to give this time to the tailback. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Just 1 yard to go here on 2nd down.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Whoosh.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
He's got time in the pocket. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter, you're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just...
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually he's able to use his body and catch the football. But a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Fine now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Surveying the field. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Illegal forward pass, offense.
So the flag is for the very rare illegal forward pass penalty.
Not often that a quarterback forgets where the line of scrimmage is. They have an innate sense about it. On this play, the quarterback did.
They come out here in the eye. Now Bernard. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he's able to get it out of there. He'll take it at the 42. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Green 39, green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Now a play fake here on first down. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Their dangerous wide receiver, 77 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they'd prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation. Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Still in search of the first down after that last completion.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Now back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He'll look to throw. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Let's go. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Holding, offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push them back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. An 8-yard gain, so that gets him halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And they're going to get this one up to the 35-yard line. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play. In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're a man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. We'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. Here's Bernard. And not much room to operate, is it? And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So here's 3rd and 20, and with a long yardage, defense going with a nickel look. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Fielded at the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Steelers set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And that's caught inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act. Hey, Charles, give me water. Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. They find some open field here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing left side, it's complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And this one's incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. They'll set up to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And this one is no good. He missed it. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
When you got a big guy like that in your backfield who runs as a big man and breaks tackles, it is paramount for a defense to have extra defenders in his vicinity at all times. Because you got to figure he's going to break through the first guy. You're going to need tacklers 2, 3, 4 in order to get him down. Because if you don't, he can continue to run and run it really, really well. The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
2nd down following the run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw, finding time. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They give him a gain of 37.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll run it now out of the gun. lose a yard, and it brings up third. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Gus Bradley may be a defensive mind, but he's going to leave his offense out to go for it on 4th down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man on the out route. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence.
There he goes right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are going to jump back in front.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got time. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
They'll look to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, But today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Complete to Gilmore, the tight end. A good pickup there, 22.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So the hard count gets them there. Neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, the defense thought they had the timing down, but the quarterback hit him with a hard count, got him to jump.
Looking to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. You got to feel pretty good as a defense.
From the 4, it's second and goal. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they had it there so close to the goal line. A chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the 4th. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
And ready now for second and 9. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 5 yards to go. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line did its job, but you know who else did? The wide receivers. Because the first 7 yards kind of belong to the offensive line and the running back. Anything after that means the wide receivers did a great job of blocking downfield, being willing to mix it up, and give them some more space to gain additional yardage.
Offense. Still first down.
So now 1st and 15. They go play action here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he comes back with one complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. That one good for 10 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Oh, 4th and short, right at midfield. This is where you tell your offense, I've got faith in you guys to get me a few yards. And sure enough, they repay that faith and keep the drive moving with a 1st down.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. A gain of 13 and also a 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Good job.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his... Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 3rd down now following the run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Myers able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
to throw. Surveying the field. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And look at these numbers, Charles. And he told me on the field before the game, that last performance, that one's on me. He's really turned it around.
And I wish I could say I was surprised by this, but when I see these guys play, I'm talking about the upper echelon guys that we're talking about. It's not a shock at all. They never once allow anything to get into their heads that's going to be self-doubt or anything that's going to feel like I can't get out of this hole. And boy, he's come back with a monster performance this week.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And they're going to speed things up here. He's back to throw. Finding time. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Holding offense.
And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He'll look to throw. He's got time. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did.
Okay.
Pass interference. Defense.
Pass interference call. Charles, you were a defender. You know how hard it is to defend the pass without committing this penalty.
And if they would let them play with a little bit more contact to give the defender a better chance, we wouldn't have nearly as many flags.
Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
No, check. Patriots!
They'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
False start. Offense.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Surveying the field. Look at the time. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. An unbelievable play there on 4th and long. 45 yards. And now they're in the hurry-up. And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. Back to throw again. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The ball comes out. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This from 55 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Finding time. Great protection. Wide open receiver complete. 23 yards on the play. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now a first throw here in overtime. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A huge play there in overtime. 67 yards.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, lopped it over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'd be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game? His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now from back at the 5. This is 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. All right, so the timeout over, and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And he got it. The kick